Texas Values is the largest organization in the state of Texas that works on the issues of faith, family, and freedom. This past year, we have seen an overwhelming number of attacks on our churches, our families, and human life. Heading into the 2019 Texas legislative session, Texas Values was shocked to see that over a dozen bills were filed that could have criminalized people of faith for their beliefs on marriage and human sexuality. The left went so far with these bills that we were able to credibly call them ban the Bible bills. Texas Values wasted no time in sounding the alarm, and Christians across the country responded. Opinion pieces were published on these issues in numerous articles, including ones by Eric Erickson and The Federalist. The Texas Values Action Center saw 150,000 messages sent to the governor, the lieutenant governor, the Texas House, and the Texas Senate against these ban the Bible bills.
This bill is a sword and not a shield. It forces businesses and citizens to affirm and financially support lifestyles that may violate their conscience or sincerely held religious beliefs.
And as a result of this resounding chorus, every single one of the ban the Bible bills were defeated. For the third straight session, Texas Values helped pass a pro-life and religious liberty bill during the Texas legislative session. With Texas Values leading the way, 3 very important bills became law and were signed by Governor Abbott. Those 3 bills include House Bill 16, the Born Alive Infant Protection Act, Senate Bill 22, also a pro-life bill, and the Save Chick-fil-A Religious Freedom Law. HB 16 is the Born Alive Infant Protection Act. This ensures that any child that is born alive as a result of a failed abortion will get full protection under the law. We worked closely with our friend Gianna Jessen, an abortion survivor herself, to testify and support this bill that ended up becoming law.
Yes, I did survive an abortion. I'm adopted, and my medical records state born during saline abortion, April the 6th, 1977, 6 a.m., 29 and a half weeks, 2.5 pounds, no resuscitation required upon arrival at the hospital because I wasn't born in a hospital. I was born in an abortion clinic in Los Angeles, saved by the sheer power of Jesus Christ, and alive to just, shake things up a bit.
Senate Bill 22 prohibits governments from entering into contracts with abortion providers. This bill was signed by Governor Abbott, and it stems from work that we did in front of the Austin City Council, where Planned Parenthood was being allowed to get rent for a government building for $1 a year.
This action to have this budget proposal is nothing but political posturing in response and retaliation to a bill that was passed this past legislative session, SB 22, that forbids government contracts with abortion providers.
This now will be illegal, but it also relates to some work we've done that's ongoing in front of the Austin Independent School District, where we've allowed and been able to use Senate Bill 22 to force Planned Parenthood out of the business of providing sex education in local school districts. Texas Values was the leading force behind the Save Chick-fil-A Religious Freedom Law that was signed into law by Governor Abbott. This law became necessary because the city of San Antonio banned Chick-fil-A from opening up a store at the airport because it was reported that Chick-fil-A gave donations to Christian entities like the Salvation Army. The Texas Values team responded to this attack by crafting legislation to make it clear that the government at the local or state level cannot punish someone because of their membership, association, or donation to a religious organization, which could also include a church.
And a lot of people are sending this message when people try to target religious freedom and target the values that are in the Bible, just like that saying from Gonzales, we say, come and take it. Yeah.
This bill was initially defeated by the newly formed LGBT caucus with a procedural move at a critical deadline hour in front of the Texas House. But while our adversaries were celebrating, Texas Values was still hard at work. In just 11 days, we were able to move another version of this bill through the entire legislative process and send it to the governor's desk. We also get involved in local issues, like we did in front of the city of Laredo, when they were pushed to pass a law that would give special protection for sexual orientation and gender identity. This was just like a law that the voters in Houston voted down. So we had some background on how to handle these issues. But it was key that local pastors in Laredo had come forward to oppose this effort.
I got involved with Texas Values. We called Austin, we reached out to Jonathan Saenz, the president and the attorney of Texas Values, And without hesitation, they came over to our city and helped us stand up and defend our faith.
Laredo became the first city in the state of Texas where the government refused to pass this type of sexual orientation and gender identity law. We worked locally in the greater Austin area with Celebration Church, a church that was being persecuted because of their beliefs on biblical marriage.
Well, I want to say thank you to the Texas Values because you coached us. You gave us counsel. And of course, Nicole and you met at our home and met with our team. And you gave us, the Bible says in Ezra, they built through the prophesying of the prophets. And you guys are prophets in today's world. You guys are prophets in today's church. And the church needs you.
We also hosted our second annual Faith, Family, and Freedom Forum with over 30 elected officials and national speakers, including Senator Ted Cruz and Congressman Chip Roy. We once again sold out this event with over 300 people attending from around the state as we educated, motivated, and activated people on the issues of faith, family, and freedom.
Our partner organization, Texas Values Action, gives us a truly comprehensive approach to advocacy by allowing us to hold elected officials accountable based on their voting records at the ballot box. Through Texas Values Action, we produce the Faith and Family Legislative Scorecard, a critical education and accountability tool for Texas voters to see where their legislators stood on the values that matter most. We also endorse and support pro-family candidates. Additionally, we produce the most comprehensive and widely used voters guide in the state, equipping hundreds of thousands of Texans for both the primary and general elections at freevotersguide.com. Texas Values Action is the organization capable of effectively equipping and mobilizing values voters across the state of Texas.
All of this activity cements the 7 years of work that Texas Values has accomplished. This legacy includes signed legislation like the Merry Christmas Law, the Pastor Protection Law, and the Freedom to Serve Children Law. But our work includes the courts as well. We've been involved in legal briefs at the Texas Supreme Court and the U.S. Supreme Court, including involvement in local cases, not to mention countless media interviews. When it comes to faith, family, and freedom in Texas, Texas Values continues to lead the way.